get it?
I did. Whew.
You have to figure out what's wrong, or is it just
It just wasn't connecting, but I think it's because it was on a different Wi-Fi.
nada?
Got it. Oh yeah, that now. I unplugged that
It's
to
supposed
see.
to be facing me.
Hello? Okay. Good morning, everybody. Please come in and take your seats. Thank you. Thank you. Turn off your cell phones, silence them. No open containers in the sanctuary, please. Thank you. And here, my name is Judith Witten, and these are the announcements for this service today. Every Sunday after the service, we have one of our prayer partners available to sit with you and do affirmative prayer, if you would like. Today's prayer partners are Connie and Mike. Carter, can you guys raise your hands? There you go. They're right up here. They will be available in the Darwin's Den, which is just across here, following the service. Today at 12:30, we will be offering a gong bath here in the sanctuary. Immerse yourself in the soothing vibrations of the gong, designed to promote deep relaxation and healing. If you don't already have a ticket, you can always get one at the door today. Don't miss this unique opportunity to harmonize your mind, body, and spirit. See you there. When you buy a ticket to our events at Althea Center, you're not just securing your spot for an amazing experience. You also are helping us grow and innovate and thrive. A generous portion of every ticket purchase supports the Althea Center's mission and programs. You can always check out Althea's website for ways to engage. We are working to grow our membership. The process for becoming a member at Althea Center has been streamlined. If you are not already a member and would like to show your support in this way, which is very important to Althea's sustainability, please speak with Rick Stanton, Bob Burkaw, our board president. He's over there hugging Avis. Raise your hand, Bob. There we go. Or Reverend Christina. We have a brief application to fill out, and then you will receive your member card. An online membership sign-up option will also be available on the Althea website. After service today, please join us for coffee and tea and goodies in the dining room. This is a great way to catch up and connect with each other. Right now, I will turn our service over to our minister, spiritual director, Reverend Christina Jones. Thank you.
Welcome back. That's all right. It's okay. Good morning. And good morning to all of you online on this quite humid Colorado day. Hello, Connie and Mike. Welcome to Althea. If you are new here, we are a spiritual, non-denominational center that believes in affirmative prayer. We practice it, we live it. We celebrate all races, all diversities, all sexual orientations. If an ET showed up, we would celebrate the ET as the ET would show up. This stands on the land of three beautiful women that created Althea Center a little over 100 years ago, from divine science teachings to affirmative prayer. And we stand upon the land of the Arapaho and Ute people. So welcome to Althea. And we do celebrate the oneness in all. And if you are new to Althea, please raise your hand. Oh, wow. And I see some over there walking that way. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to Althea, watching us on Facebook or later on YouTube, just drop us a like or a smile or a heart symbol. Thank you for being here. And we're also looking for new volunteers as our children's path is growing, looking for volunteers to help support in our children's room upstairs. Hello, we have someone in the heavens up there. And we also have an altar here at Althea. You're more than welcome, I think you brought something, to bring something to the altar where there's this vortex of healing and love, knowing it is blessed, but also bring it back home with you. And now, the lovely Kristen will be praying us in.
Good morning, Althea. Thank you all for being here, and I am just going to offer us a centering prayer. So if it feels comfortable, please close your eyes, relax your body, notice the support of the chair that you're sitting in, and it's grounded into the building that is held in Mother Earth's arms. And it is here that I declare that there is only one mind, one infinite intelligence that is at the back of all things. This oneness, this energetic, it is what I call love. Love is what connects each and every sentient being on this planet. Love is an energy exchange between you, between me, all throughout our community. We feel it when we walk into this center. We feel it when we greet one another with a smile. And it is the construct of every cell in our body. I know that this divine connection meets each and every one of us right where we're at in this beautiful, sacred moment, held in the arms of our sacred spiritual center right here and right now. I acknowledge that there is no disconnect, there's no discord, there's no dis-ease. For all is well, in, through, and all around us. This peace that you feel in your heart, in your mind, and in your body at this given moment is always, always there for you. And so as I anchor us in prayer as we start our beautiful service this morning, I affirm that each of us is exactly where we need to be, nourishing our hearts, our minds, and our bodies with this beautiful message from our spiritual director, and feeling the love of all of those people around us who make this service possible this morning. I let these words go into that ever-present law where everything is created first in our minds before it outpictures in our reality. I know that this is true for each and every one of you, exactly as I have said, or for the highest and best of you and yours. Letting these words go, and so it is.
Good morning, everyone. If you wish, please stand and join me in the statement of being. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. We are individualized expressions of God and are ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. And now if you join me in You Are the Face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. We are a family. You are the face of God.
Thank you, Carrie. And you are all the face of God. And I'd like to welcome back one of my favorite singers here, Leonard Barrett Jr. He is amazing. He is definitely the channeling a voice of God, definitely. You worked on the other side before you landed here, my friend. Beautiful voice. He's an acclaimed actor, theater performances, Denver, Boulder, Fort Collins since 2004, winning many regional awards for his performances. Leonard is also a frequent performer with the Colorado Symphony and cabaret shows. But when asked what's his favorite thing to do when he sings, is performing at senior communities. Beautiful souls, welcome Leonard Barrett Jr.
Thank you very much. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you want to see magic lands, close your eyes and you will see one. Want to be a dreamer, be one. Anytime you please, and please save me one. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. So go there to be free if you truly you truly wish to be.
Good morning. There are two readings today. The first one is from Anna L. Palmer, writer of Divine Science Federation International, and also she was one of the main master teachers with Nona Brooks in the early days. And the second, well, I'll tell you that in a minute. Okay. What we need then is the consciousness of the fact of God, omnipresent with the self. It is the revelation in our own soul of the one who grasps the revelation of the principle of light, of spirit, of God, in which the individual answers back to the universal spirit of life, says, yes, that is true. And the second reading is by May Rowland, Unity Minister and author. Sometimes we think of world affairs and the outlook seems dark. We see only the working of evil forces and the preparation of instruments of destruction. After all, God, who created this world and called it good, is still in charge. Let us align ourselves with the tremendous power of God.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm going to leave this up for a minute, because I had to look up when this was written, and it was written in the 1940s. Works for today, doesn't it? And our ancestors, and many of us, made it through. And we will make it through again. Clap. By holding the high watch. So some of you know, some of you that are new here, I always ask Spirit, God, whoever works for you, unattached, what to speak and share about. After all, I believe we're all channelers of the divine. And when I took this role, I definitely said to the universe, I'm a channeler of the divine. For July, I did get freedom. We talked about freedom as our birthright. And freedom in focus. But what happened last week changed everything, because I didn't get part 4. But what I got last Sunday night, because I'm like, okay, next Sunday's coming up quick, Spirit. God, give me something. And I meditated and saw this. Hold the high watch. Holding firm. Holding strong. And there is freedom in that. And this term, holding the high watch, is not new. It's very, very, very ancient. Actually, it goes so far back to Egypt. And what they meant by holding the high watch was a higher consciousness of the third eye. Buddha even used this term in their language. Very similar, of holding a higher consciousness. By the way, happy Dharma Day. It is literally Dharma Day. And Dharma Day was coined by Buddha. on a full moon. I think it's funny. Dharma Day and a full moon usually does not work the same time. We have a full moon today. It's a buck moon. So I'm kind of I'm feeling Buddha is in the midst. And we can all use a little Buddha right now of compassion, of love. The buck moon, that was named by the natives, that's what this full moon is about: fertility, abundance, strength, love, and compassion. Very similar to Buddha, of holding the high watch. I say we focused on the good and focus on the positive, not what is lacking, not any fear, because we get to shift consciousness. The three women that created and allowed spirit to create through them this very building at a time they couldn't vote, at a time of high racism and every ism you can think of that was going on in the early 1900s. Yet we still stand. They held a high watch of meditation and of prayer and of oneness of all spiritual faiths and religions. There is a difference between religion, which was created by man, and spirituality, which is our spiritual truth. That is holding the high watch. Frank Whitney is the founder of the Unity Daily Word. How many of you have heard of the Unity Daily Word? I still get the little pamphlet. I remember my grandmother had it on her little table, and it was always a wonderful little prayer. But he stated, the necessity for the high watch is even greater when the occasion is most alarming to human view. Human view. When I read that, I was like, that's an interesting wording. And again, this was written in the 40s. Unity is another spiritual New Thought organization. And Charles and Myrtle Fillmore created Unity and went through the teachings that the same women of divine science taught them. They graduated in New York, but they were in this building. Isn't that fascinating? So it's not new, it's really old. So everyone thinks the sky is falling. Oh my God, we're in the book of Revelation, the rapture's here, and the end is here. You know how many times they've said the end was near? We've heard that a lot. Our ancestors. I was blessed to know my great-grandparents, who were very intuitive and very spiritual. Both of them died around after 101. They were born in the 1800s, deep south in Napoleonville, Louisiana. They saw some things. And my great-grandpa, who was very intuitive, even when I was 5 years old, told the whole family, she's going to live in the mountains. I live in the mountains. And he said to us one day, you all are going to see great things, new technologies, but there's going to be fear. Ignore the fear. I remember he told me there's going to be two roads, the right road and the wrong road. And I asked him, Papa, I said, Papa, what do you mean by that? You're going to have choices to make. There's going to be no gray area. It's going to be black or white. That's it. And he said, you are to stand firm. And I remember him saying, hold the high watch. And asking him, what does that mean? He said, believe in the impossible. And Leonard, I did not know you were going to sing that song, Imagination. It's perfect. Let's start imagining a new world. Instead of yelling at everyone, say, I want peace, or I want peace. And you leave here and get on I-25 and every expletive runs out of your mouth. How about taking a deep breath and being at peace for ourselves? That's one of many ways of holding the high watch. So with this meditation of this high watch, dropped in a workshop, which will probably start in the fall, because what came with this meditation of high watch, I wanted to go really deep for it, even myself, because if I don't go deep, I can't help. This is not about me looking cute. Yes, I like fashion, but it's still not about me looking cute. We're all messengers of light, not just me. All of us have a message of light, love, truth, and wisdom. And to be way showers as Yeshua. But what dropped in was the ACT principle. I went, I was writing this down. ACT, affirm, hold high consciousness, that's the consciousness, and transmute energy. I'm still blown away by it because I'm still writing about it. So the first thing, because I can't go through all of it because we don't have that much time here, give you a little bit. Affirm. I've mentioned affirmative prayer. We have affirmative prayer partners. We are no longer to beg and beseech. I grew up metaphysical, but I also grew up Catholic and had Baptists in my family and Jehovah's Witness. When I first got Hold the High Watch, I'm like, oh, we're not talking Watchtower stuff. Jehovah's Witness, you don't get that joke. But I was like, we have to affirm and not go into fear. Many people, including some media, they make money off of fear. They are affirming fear. They are affirming a civil war. They are affirming that you realize that? Turn the channel, turn something, whatever you're looking on your phone. And I say the word now, delete. Delete, not for me, not for us. There is an energy. Earth is dualistic, so let me be clear. Spirit is all there is. But there's a lot of people I know in these teachings that have been doing this longer than me, and they spiritually bypass. Oh, there's only good and there's only light. No, earth is duality. Earth is school. So how do you, I'll say, combat that? Affirm the positive. I believe heaven exists on earth, including hell, but it's individual to everyone. Remember Nelson Mandela? He shifted his consciousness. That's the consciousness. He changed the world. He helped change the world. He found forgiveness by raising his consciousness. That's the part two. We have to get into higher consciousness and stop affirming lack. We're going to have a market crash. Well, just because of the market crash, you don't have to crash. When I used to work in the electronics engineering world, we always heard about, we knew the market was going to crash 6 months out. Really, we did. We saw it because it always happened overseas first before it hit here. And I used to always say, I worked with people, I will say some of them had really lacked consciousness and they lived a lifestyle. I may sound judging, but I put it this way. I knew how much they made and they had a big boat and kids in school and a boat in Colorado, just saying, a big boat in Colorado. So I kind of knew their lifestyle. And even when the market did crash, and all of us, me included, lost our jobs, I shifted my energy. I said, nope, prosperity is for me. I started practicing this. And I started a company. I started selling my grandmother's candies. I started modeling and acting. I actually made more money in 6 months than I made in 1 year, and I was happy. I changed, and some of my other friends changed. My other friends that sadly we're no longer in communication with, they lost everything because they kept saying, what? I'm going to lose everything. If you keep affirming, you lower your consciousness. Emma Curtis Hopkins, one of the founders of Divine Science, who trained Nona Brooks, who created this building with her sisters, stated, "The world will persist in exhibiting before you what you persist in affirming the world is." She wrote that in 1870 or something. Wow. I think she knew what was coming. So we have to affirm to raise our consciousness. So when you affirm, I am. When Moses went to get the 10 Commandments and saw the burning bush, and they may be all symbolic. However, let's just go with it for a minute. Who are you? What's your name? I am that I am. I am the two most powerful words on the planet. We can affirm peace, health, abundance, prosperity all the time. I'm going to ask people, if you're watching online, put on Facebook. What are you affirming? Because before we get peace for the world, and peace especially during this election, affirm, I am peaceful. I am high consciousness. I'm going to ask you, let's repeat that. I am high consciousness. Say it. Say it again till you feel it. I am high consciousness. Dare I say, you can even say, I am God, small g, so you don't offend your place. Because the ego will say, you're not linked to the great I am. Yes, you are. You're alive. And even when we leave and go into the great beyond, you want to talk about connected. The meditation gets you there. That was Buddha's enlightenment. Buddha became enlightened by going deep into a state of higher consciousness. That's the whole purpose of it. Even if you grew up traditionally Christian, it's all over the Bible. Meditate on thy word. Meditate on the great I am. Put sticky notes on your mirror. Say, I am. Now, the other part is transmutation. That's a big word. Yeshua, Kuan Yin, who is still on the planet, by the way, she's here to help all of us attain enlightenment as a goddess. She transmutes energy. We are all transmuters. I looked up the synonym to transmutation. It's transform, transfiguration, convert, change, shift. And everyone says, yeah, everything's shifting. And I like to say the shift has hit the fan. Because the earth is shifting. It really rained in Colorado last night. I thought Noah's Ark was going to start floating in my backyard. The earth is shifting. Volcanoes, earthquakes in Vancouver. I'm still blown away by 6.7 in Vancouver. It's like, so we are required to shift. And all the political structures, not just in the United States, all over the world. I have a good friend of mine in the UK. She said, everything's changing. Our money's changing. The fact that I could pay for something with an app. And I sound like an old person. I still like holding on to money. I like money. But who knows, it may change because we didn't always have the money we have. So we are to transmute as well. COVID was a great example of shift. And we had to transmute. All of us had to change the way we work, how we came together. And technology continues to grow. But I also believe, where some people are afraid of AI, that we're being spiritually transmuted and upgraded by the divine. How can we be afraid of a computer? When I saw that Microsoft crash, I'm like, this is interesting. And then Delta Airlines telling people, don't count on your phone for your ticket printed out. Like, So computers aren't all powerful. But you know who is all powerful? You are. We are. So that third part, that affirming to consciousness, to transmutation, gets us to the high watch. We are to hold the high watch. They even use that term in military. We are the watchtower. And we get to choose. We get to say if there's a civil war or not, if there's a bad economy. It doesn't have to be bad for you. None of this has to be scary. Because if we live in fear, we are going to manifest it. We do have a say in everything, not just with voting, but everything we think and do and say. Because when you say it, when you talk, that's a prayer. If you say the election's going to be bad, guess what? It's going to be bad. We got to now collectively hold the highest and best. That's a term in New Thought. That's holding a high watch. That is being, when a storm's coming, you're holding the light. It's time for us to really hold the light and affirm. And even when we see, bless you, I heard a sneeze. Even when we see a friend or a family member some people are having anxiety and panic attacks, if you're in their presence, ask to hold their hand and say, I got you. Okay? I'm not telling you to try to, well, Christina said this. No, don't do that. Don't try to coach and train. Listen, because sometimes people need to get it out. But help and support them not get stuck in it. Not watching C-SPAN or social media. Help them. And when you help them, you help yourself. With all the festivals going around Denver, or no matter where you live in the United States, there's always something to do that you don't need to be watching that bull crap. Because some of it is watching the Truman Show. The truth is, Spirit's got this. Because Emma wrote about it. May wrote about it in the 1940s, 1800s. It is in Scripture. There will be rumors of war and pestilence. And I've been watching the news. They're saying there's a grasshopper invasion in Colorado. Now, I live in the mountains. I haven't seen one grasshopper. And I just laugh. I said, do you see what they're doing? Let's go to the book of Revelation and find this stuff. And by the way, the book of Revelation was not in the back of the Bible. I'm just letting y'all know that. It was in the middle. It got moved 200 years ago to what? Install fear. We are to remember we are all powerful. We are to hold that high watch. And one day tell the little kids like that one, we remember when we were shut down. And I remember when money was paper form. And I remember when so-and-so got shot. And I remember when this happened and that happened and all that. And all they'll be in their 20s or whatever. And they'll be like, you lived through that? Because that's what I said to my grandparents and my parents living through the civil rights movement. I remember my mom got her first credit card jumping up and down in D.H. Homes, a department store in New Orleans, because I was 3. 1973, my mother finally had the legal right to get a credit card without my dad's signature. We literally had a party. I didn't get it, but I got it when I got older. So they lived through all that. And when we marched in Pride this year, which I had so much fun, 50 years of pride that they had to fight to march. Look how far humanity has come. So let's look at how far Everything has moved and will continue to move. No matter what politics tries to do, they won't win. Because not only Spirit's in charge, we're in charge because we are one with Spirit. And we get to say, no, no, not today. Hold the high watch. Affirm what you want for yourself and for the world. Affirm perfect health. Don't go into fear. When I hear it on the news, COVID's back. I got 2 friends, they've had really bad COVID. I didn't go into fear. One of them, I saw 3 weeks ago. Before she got diagnosed, I never caught it. She waited to tell me because she didn't want me to go into fear. Well, no one around me has been sick. But just think if she had told me what that might have done to me. Maybe I would have manifested it. Maybe I would have got sick. Because she just kept checking me, you're fine. I'm like, I haven't seen you in 3 weeks. And then she told me. I was like, wow. She said, I decided to use these teachings not to freak people out. So her own husband doesn't have COVID. She said, he's been saying, oh, no, that's yours. You keeping that all to yourself. So I will say, and I love him very much, he sent me a text, I am holding the high watch of perfect health. Because she can have that all to herself. And he is fine. He continues to test negative. He's like, I'm thriving. That's what we do. So no matter what happens this year, and I will talk about holding the high watch again. We're not done because it keeps coming through. So that's freedom too for July. We get to dictate our world and our life, and things outside of us that aren't speaking positive do not get to control us. I think it's time for us to tap into our stubborn 2, 3-year-old. Remember when you watch a little 2, 3-year-old? We've been that stubborn little kid that no one could tell them what to do. I say we do that. I'm not letting the media scare me. No. You know, 2-year-olds always say no. No. Just start saying no. Let's go into that beautiful high watch of love, of light, of peace, of prosperity, and perfect health. So join me if you will. I will do a brief prayer and let's take a breath. For I know Spirit, the supreme creator of all gods, is breathing us, is in this space, is in the United States. It's around our friends and family, and the babies giggle. For we are that child of the divine. And I know, sense, and feel and affirm that we are affirming light, standing in a higher consciousness through prayer and meditation, contemplation, and sometimes solitude, sometimes artwork. And with that, we are transmuting our cities, our towns, our communities, our country into love, into peace, into harmony. I know right here and now we are all grounded with this, everyone online, all our friends and family, and those watching us later. And we take this with us throughout the week, that we hold fast and hold the high watch, no matter what is shown to us physically into the world. Our inner world is light, love, truth, wisdom, and harmony. I'm grateful for Althea, for all the volunteers, for everyone that's ever walked through the doors, watched us online, given in time, talent, and treasure, in heart and love. I'm grateful for our journeys. And I release this into the law, knowing it is done. It's complete with love and peace and harmony. And together we say, and so it is. Amen and Ashe.
to dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to that glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I lay to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to that glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I lay to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Leonard. So reaching, well, nice little music for the offering. As people reach for the star, they reach into their wallets. I'd like to thank so many people for over 20 years that have been giving in time, talent, and in their finances, sharing to keep Althea working. This is a wonderful building, and it's quite old. So there's many times we need prayer, so thank you. And if you go online, Jason, can you put the code? We'll do the prayer, but you can scan that too. It takes you to altheacenter.org, where you can make a donation, or you can set up reoccurring donations as well. Whenever I make a donation or a tithe, I always do a prayer. And Jason, you mind putting that? Thank you, Jason. To help the circulation, knowing whatever you give comes back all the time. So together we say, the universe provides all that I need and all that I give with great joy I share in my prosperity, planting seeds for a world I'm helping manifest. And so it is. And I will even say, I do prayers whenever I pay a bill to send love to it, because sometimes we hate bills and we think it's wrong, but without an electric bill, you probably won't have electricity. So do something that gives you like a ritual to move the money and be grateful, even if the bill's high. I have yelled at a couple of gas bills last year, just saying. But, and then I say I'm grateful I have the funds to pay. So remember, money always comes back. We also have a dip jar in the back that takes $10 dips with your debit card and lights up like a little Christmas tree, or think about it as Vegas. So thank you all. And now we do something at Althea called prayers for the people. We'll have mic runners. If anyone has a prayer request, if you have a prayer request for someone else, please don't say their last name. Only say their first name. We do send out prayer requests that a group of us do pray over these prayer requests for a week. Affirmative prayer works. If you're a little shy and still want to have a prayer request, you can meet with Mike and Connie. They're up front right here for a deeper affirmative prayer in Darwin's Den, which is right across the hallway. And someone will hold what you may not know in consciousness right now. So any prayer request? Michael.
I'd like to request a prayer for my brother-in-law, Jerry Martinez, that his transition goes with grace and ease. Thank you.
Thank you. And anyone else? By the way, you look beautiful in that green. I just have to say that.
Oh, thank you. I would like to have a prayer for my younger brother in his endeavors coming up in high school, and for my sister who's traveling from California to Colorado, and then from Colorado to Iowa, and also for my dog Sasha, and for my mother, for health. Okay, and for the world. Okay, prayers.
Thank you.
I'd like to pray for my son Connor. He just turned 4 today, so I wasn't able to actually be able to go out there and see him for his birthday. So I'd like to send prayers so that he has a great birthday today.
Great. Happy birthday to Connor. Anyone else? Okay then. Well, thank you all. Oh, we got one up here.
Part-time job as a cashier, and one of the customers asked me to pray for her because her family's having a really difficult time. So I don't know her very well, but she asked for prayers, so let's all pray for Esther.
Okay. You don't know her physically, but we're all one. Okay. And now our community song. Thank you again, Leonard. Thank you all. Peace and blessings.
For me, give me that old time religion. was tried on the fiery furnace. It was tried on the fiery furnace, and it's good enough for me. Give me that old time religion. Give me that old time religion. Give me that old time religion. 'Cause it's good enough for me. Give me that old time religion. 'Cause it's good enough for me. God bless. Thank you.
All righty, grab a hand. Get ready to shout it out. Something absolutely wonderful is happening to me right now. It is that thing called life. I'm calling out. I am calling out my interior high watch. It comes from deep inside of me. I feel it. I know it. And I am it. And so it is.